When it comes to scaling your consulting business to seven figures, your software stack is the most important thing that's going to get you to the next level. Now, I've coached over 500 coaches, consultants online, and the biggest mistake I see is their software stack and their inability to keep it simple. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the top 5 softwares that you absolutely need inside your business to hit seven figures. And if you stick until the end, I'm going to share with you 2 bonus ones that's really going to help you skyrocket your results. All right, so the first software that is an absolute necessary is Slack. As you can see over here, I showed you a little bit of a preview of what we use Slack for. And the main thing that we use it for is just to communicate with our team and make sure that everybody is on the right point and everybody is over communicating. So inside here, we use it for a lot of different features as well. So you can see like right here, this is something that is an automatic zap. Once we upload a coaching call, it goes in here and then one of our virtual assistants comes through and checks the attendance of the people that actually come on and then reports it into another software that I'm going to share with you later on in this video. But Slack is probably the most important one that we use just to kind of have everything in one place. And what I always tell my clients is I've set Slack up so I can literally run my business wherever in the world. So for example, I'm heading to Europe in a couple weeks to celebrate one of my friend's birthday. We're going to be there for about 10 days. I'm going to be running my company through Slack while I'm snowboarding on the mountain. And that's the way I designed this business. And when you use Slack the right way, you can design your business just like that too. Coming up, number 2 is Monday.com, which is one of my personal favorites because there's so many things you can do with this. If you think about like Google Sheets on steroids, that's Monday.com. Now, it does come a little bit pricey for a typical software, but if you don't want to pay for this, you can just use Google Sheets. I use Google Sheets inside my company for literally like 5 or 6 years before even jumping into Monday.com. So you can use it as well. It just makes things a little bit easier for the team to work on. You can see right here, I put together a demo board. There's all kinds of things you can do with this. So you can keep track of all of your clients and you can just have everything updated in here. So what I really like about this is you can come over here into the workflow side of things and actually create your workflow. So check this out. You can say when status is something. So when status moves to done, you can set up some sort of workflow. So we'll just say move over to group title and then create automation. So what this would look like is, let's say this is a new client right here, and this is Johnny Boy. And let's say Johnny Boy goes through like the onboarding and everything like that. You can move him over to done. And what's going to happen is you'll see Johnny Boy automatically gets moved down there due to the workflow. And there's so many things you can do with this. You can have multiple tables, you can have charts, you can have forms. Like our entire backend system runs off Monday.com. We keep track of client status, onboarding new clients, accounts receivable, clients attendance. We have a virtual assistant that goes through and actually watches all of our videos and goes through and see who actually shows up on time and who's there the whole time. We keep track of all that. So Monday.com is how we run our entire backend system. And a substitute, as I mentioned for this, if you don't want to pay for it, would be to use something like Google Sheets. Coming in number 3, and actually my all-time favorite, this is the first software that I actually like really started to learn when I first got into the space, is Zapier. Other people refer to it as Zapier, Zaps, whatever it is, but this is how an entire business runs. This is how I can run my business from Slack when I'm going skiing in Switzerland, for example. And I'm just going to give you a couple examples because we have tons and tons of Zaps, but here's one that we actually don't use anymore, but I want to show you the breakdown of how all this looks. Is basically you have some sort of submission here, and then whatever that submission is can trigger something. So for example, when someone submits a new form in JotForm, it gets zapped over into Slack and then it updates into our CRM over here. And this is just like a quick preview of what it looks like. A lot of this probably isn't connected, but essentially you have some sort of form in Zapier or in JotForm, which is like a form that we actually have where we go out there and people fill out a form to apply to work with us. That's one way. But whatever this is, you can have something triggered like Calendly, you can have leads, you can have ManyChat. There's so many different things. You could even have Google Sheets. Like the list is endless, but you need something to trigger it. And then from there, they go into an action step. So trigger to an action. The action for this is it sends to our channel leads inside Slack and it says, hey, this person just filled out an application. Here is their IG. And then it just has like bot application name. And then from there, they get sent into the back end of our CRM over here, where you can see we have all of their notes, everything that they filled out inside here that automatically goes in there as well. So that's a quick look about how I use Zap. We use it for everything inside our business. Again, our business wouldn't be able to run without this. I think this is one of the most important ones that if you're not familiar with Zapier, you probably should spend some time to do it, or at least hire someone in your business that knows how to use it the right way. Now, I say Zapier is my favorite. I have another favorite. I think honestly, all these are my favorites, but this one over here is called Go High Level. All of your marketing in one place is the way that I like to look at it. So I'm not going to go through all of this on here just because this would take probably about 45 minutes to an hour. We go through this all in very detail with all of our clients, and we actually give them the exact snapshot that we have inside our business. So the thing that I love about Go High Level, and I'll explain some really important details here in a second, is they make it so you can duplicate a system into another system, right? So like all of this inside our system over here, we can press a button and give it to our clients. And that means they'll get all of our funnels, all of our automations, all of our email drips, everything that we're using inside our backend CRM, we give to our clients. And I think that's one of the reasons our clients are getting such great results right now, is because we've developed this over 6 years of testing and working with hundreds of clients. Because you didn't know, I used to run a digital marketing agency. That's how I learned a lot of this stuff. And as the owner of that, I had to learn it all myself and develop strategies for other businesses. And at the point of doing this, we had over 150 chiropractors live one time, just building out their entire backend system. And then we did the same thing with solar, and then we did it with stem cell. And the point being with this is we developed a lot of those strategies to put into our consulting side that built into one system that just works. So I'll show you a couple things that's really cool. You can have conversations with people inside here. So you can text people, you can email them, you can have your own calendar set up inside here. You can have all of your contacts, so any leads that you collect go through here. You can set up your own CRMs inside here as well. So you can see setter pipeline, you can see sales pipeline. You could even collect payments in here if you want. I personally like to use Stripe better. I did not list that in here, but Stripe is another great software to use. But you can use this as well. You can have all of your marketing, you can do all of your emails, you can do all of your automations, which again, we give our clients all of our flows. And I'll just give you an example of what one looks like over here. Is kind of like Zapier. Everything is moved into a specific workflow and just makes life a lot easier. You have your funnels that you can use inside here. There's so many things. You can do forms, you can do surveys. Like this is what we give our clients. We give them funnels, reporting. Like there's so many things that you can do inside here. And that's why I love Go High Level, because it makes it easier. Instead of, in the past, you had to spend multiple thousands of dollars a year just to have all these softwares. And they came out and said, hey, we'll give you one software. You just pay us a monthly subscription and then you're good to go. So this is one of my favorite softwares. I'll leave links and everything down below. So if you want to use my code or anything for this, feel free to. The links will be down below. But with that being said, we'll jump into the next software. Now, this next one I'm going to share with you is a little bit different. This is a custom made tracker that we use for all of our clients. And I'm going to share with you how this works and why it's so important and how you can do it yourself. So as you can see, this is made through Google Sheets. This is a tracker that we make and give to all of our clients. Now, I do want to say full transparency. This is what I started to use, but as we started stacking up some cash inside my own business, I actually hired someone and paid him over $32,000 to create a custom tracker for us, which I can't share that information with you on this to the broad masses of people, just because I want to keep that for something that's inside my team. Respectfully, you can understand that, but I do want to share with you how this looks. So a master tracker is basically a tracker to keep up to date where everybody is inside your business. So you can understand what your cost per message is, what your cost per lead is, what your cost per booked appointment is, what's your no-show rate, how many closes, how much money does it take to get a close, your cost per acquisition. All these things we have created over here and have made it so it's all an equation. So all of this self-populates into here and then goes into specific graphs over here. So our clients can make decisions based off of logic rather than emotion. And the way that this works is you come through here and let's just say, for example, you go into April and you fill out the information in here. This will automatically populate. And then the client fills out the rest of this. This will automatically populate and they fill this out. So all of this information comes down here and populates. And after you have 12 months of data over here, this is your master that gives you your data. So it's like, hey, well, on average, you close a $8,000 deal, it costs you $1,000. So if that's the numbers you're seeing, the question is, how many times do you spend $1,000 to close an $8,000 deal? The answer is as many times as possible, right? So that's why our system works so well, is because we take out the human error of making decisions based on emotion and make our clients make decisions based off of logic. logic. So this is one of the trackers that we use. Again, full transparency, I hired someone to use a more like basically put what we have here on steroids into something that's even better. That's just specifically for our team, but this is something that our clients are using, crushing. And one of our clients he's done over $250,000 cash collected inside his business. The first thing that he said before even making all that money when he joined our program was, dude, your tracker and your KPI training was worth the entire investment. So that's why I want to share with you how important it is to actually know your numbers. Now, a couple bonuses for you. I think the most important thing that we didn't really talk about in here is your actual client acquisition strategies, right? Whether you classify Instagram as a software or not, it is something that is the most powerful tool on this planet. And if you're not taking advantage of getting clients through Instagram, now is the time to do it, because with the ad platforms, how Meta and Instagram is prioritizing ad spend, it's never been a better case to do it. And if you're new to this channel, or if you've been following me for a little bit, you probably know, or now you know at least, that our whole thing is helping our clients turn their Instagram into a client acquisition funnel and then run ads to it to turn it almost like a spider web, right? Like the way that it works is you optimize your profile to make it something good, and then you run ads to it. And then we have a special like back-end ad strategy where once somebody clicks on this page, so for example, if you went and checked out my Instagram right now, you would be part of what we call like our spider web. Once you're on my Instagram, you're going to be targeted by our ads, my reels, all kinds of stuff for 365 days until you either become a client or you unfollow me. And even if you do unfollow me, you still see our stuff, full transparency. So you just continue to see our stuff over and over. And that's what it takes to get people to buy from you nowadays. Is it's not like how it used to be back in 2018 where you put up one ad and people buy from you right away. Does that still happen? Yes, all the time. But the real magic, what is the difference behind that, is making people understand that you are a real authority in the space, so they continue to see you over and over and over again without having to post content every day. Now, that definitely helps, posting content every day. I'd highly suggest it, but just the retargeting aspects and having this spider web Instagram funnel is the absolute biggest game changer. So number 6 for the softwares, if you call it one or not, is the just using Instagram. Now coming in number 7 as a last bonus for you is ChatGPT, and this is probably one of the newer ones out there and probably one of the most beneficial. Is you can come in here and just streamline your entire business, and it just based off of how good you are at asking the right questions, right? So for example, you could say, write me a Instagram carousel about how to get clients on LinkedIn and make it 8 slides. And I don't even care that there's typos in here, because that's how smart this algorithm is. Like, you don't have to go back and do too much. You can just come through here and guess what? Now you have an entire marketing structure and business plan built for you. So I'm not going to go into too much detail on this. If you guys like more information about AI and stuff, just let me know in the comments. We've been using this for a little bit. Maybe I can shed some light on like other ways that we're using this, but just know like it's just based off of how good are the questions that you ask, and then how you can reiterate that and ask better questions from there to get what you ultimately want. Now, I hope you found value in this video. Those are the exact 7 top softwares that we use inside our business. And I want to give you a actual little bonus gift here for watching this far into the video. So if you comment down below with your main takeaway, I will pick 2 winners to give our exact tracker that our clients get. We'll hook you up with that, as well as a masterclass on KPI tracking. Now, one of our clients that's done over $250,000 cash collected since joining our program said that this KPI tracker and this masterclass was worth the entire investment that he made into our company. So for 2 people, if you comment down below your main takeaway, you'll be entered in to win, and we'll reach out and make sure that you get this taken care of. And the more times that you comment down below, the more chances you have to win. So just my way of saying thank you for watching this video. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one.